Hey guys, and welcome back to the Banner Saga. The last time we left off, we had just made it to the other village. Uh, Around that time, my recording had shut off. I was, I guess, not paying attention. But in that village, I wound up having to choose between some of the villagers wanting to leave and the chieftain wanting to force villagers to stay by force. That was redundant. And uh, one way, or I could have chosen to stay out of it, but I didn't see a reason to. So I decided to help some of the villagers leave, because ultimately to me it just seemed like if they stayed they were going to die. The village that we were in was completely destroyed as well, so it made no sense to just waste people's lives. So I took what I could and saved who I could. And then from there, we learned that apparently we are now the uh, leader of the group, which was, I mean, we were kind of the de facto leader anyways, but now it's coming to our attention, I guess. Oh, that's not what I wanted. So I recruited two others. They're twins. Yeah, it's the same place. I recruited some twins, and we left that village. And now let's see where we go from here. How are you doing, Odd? I'm alright. Oh, but I realized after I handed you the banner, I probably gave the wrong impression. My husband's still in and out of consciousness. It doesn't look good. It's harder than I thought it would be, just not knowing. People tell me I'm a strong woman. It's funny, my father named me Oddleaf before I was even born. He wanted a boy so badly. Strong woman. What does that even mean? I think it means people look up to you. Don't take this the wrong way, but I don't want to be known for handling my feelings. If I feel nothing about my husband dying, people think I'm strong. If I cry because my insides feel like they're on fire, I'm weak. Why does that feel so backwards? I'm sorry, Rook. It's been hard. You're not sure what to say. In the many years you've known the chieftain's wife, this is probably the most you've ever talked. You asked me to come find you? Yes, it's about the banner. I thought about it a long time. He asked me to give it to you, you know, if something happened. He always depended on you, Rook. It should be mine. I could carry it. But I thought about why he named you. I get it. They won't follow a woman. Families would leave. Our banner would be divided. Ah, I think they would. I think they would follow you. Come on, Rook. This isn't the time for pretend. It's not just about our small town. What happens the first time we need something from another clan? How will that go? And the first time someone thinks they can take advantage of us? I think this is what has to happen. Yeah, maybe that's what it means to be a strong woman. She looks sideways, eventually giving a timid smile. I'm not sure if that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, or the sweetest. Listen, I know I dragged this out. The truth is, my husband and I could never have a child. I don't want our banner named here. It'll be safe with you and Alette. I know you're going to take care of her. She puts her hand on your shoulder as she heads back up to the camp. +5 or no. Go me. Check out my heroes real quick, because I know some people were promoted. I had to fight in order to bring the other part of that village, so let's see. Not promoted, not promoted. These are the twins, Hogan and Mogan. Mogan has a scar, and it looks or if I remember correctly, Mogan speaks less, I guess. So he's kind of like the silent one, whereas Hogan talks more. He's the charismatic one. Rook. Try. I'm gonna call him Trig. Trig by Trig. Leave. I'm gonna take a rest because I don't know how long it'll be until we leave or until we get to the next fight, and Ivor needs. I didn't want to rest again. That was a mess up. God damn it. How the fuck do I leave again? There it is. Let's get the fuck out of here. I hope I'll have enough supplies. At a small split in the trail, a few fighters stop to speak with you, each carrying a single pack. We recognize this place, one man says. Spent several years here with some kin. If they're still around, we have to warn them what's coming. With luck, we'll find you again in less than a week. I'll wish someone. I can't spare supplies because I just fucked up and rested 2 days in a row. But, yeah, I'll wish someone. You nod your understanding. Kin is kin, you say. Do what you must to protect them. The man claps you on the shoulder, and the fighters part. You said fight. Complaints of Roxner's excessive drinking have resurfaced. This time the man stumbled over some tent troops, pulled the snagged canvas through a campfire. There was setting a supply wagon on flame. Clansmen put out the fire on both the wagon and Roxner's leg before leaving him to you. Yeah. Why did we allow him to drink again? Like, that should have been the first thing. We should have just stopped him from drinking. Raph groggily agrees, slurring his way through promises to quit being such a nuisance. Many of the onlookers snort and roll their eyes, but go back to their business. Somehow you'll doubt it'll be long before Raph manages to find another drink, whether you're allowed or not. Nah, just don't let him. That's how you solve that. Dredge, shouts a man from the back of the caravan. It's Raph, the unabashed drunk, staggering towards you, looking not entirely sober. He screams again, pointing at trees in the distance. Fear races through the caravan as fighters pull their weapons. Scouts return with no sightings, and furious men surround Raph. I'm gonna ready against them just in case. There'll be time for that later, we tell men. For now, we take no chances. A full day of uneasy rest passes with no sign of Dredge. The caravan is annoyed by the scare and the delay. Eventually, Raph bursts into laughter, and you're sure there never were any Dredge. Not long after that, Raph goes missing. Nobody searches for him. God dang it, now I wish I would have just killed him. I hope somebody else just killed him.
Once a strong, thriving city, the walls of Frostvellir now just keep the howling winds at bay. With luck, they'll hold out against Dredge as well.
I like that you can see your party members at the front. You jostle through fallow crowds of sunken faces who appear as though they've been freezing in front of Frostfeller for days. The gates are closed. You come to a stop at the bottom of the hill. This is not looking good. Why are there so many people in the fields? I can't stay outside in the open like this. Oddly finds you amongst the many refugees. Rook, I just talked to some of the women here. Nobody's letting them into the city. Why? It's overrun with borrow from Blotsk. I'm just gonna say Blotsk, Greyhorn. People from Bitra, all nearby villages. The dredger everywhere. And the chieftain of Frostveller has locked himself in the Great Hall. That's when they close the gates. When the dredge come, these hills will turn red. We have to get in there. I like that there's an option of just, I don't know what to do. I mean, in reality, I'm not a leader. I'm just some hunter who was given the leadership. I see a lot of people gathered around the rest houses and the gates. We could find out what they know. How would we get in anyway? They closed the gate. I can get that gate open. I can get that gate open. Let's see if there's any other way before we start breaking down gates. I wasn't going to break it. Just push really hard. Crystal struck creates a pleasing sound, often strung on weapons with melodic effect. 2 willpower per kill. A down one around the neck of Slimbarl to remind themselves of their worth as warriors. Less willpower. Ooh, that's actually really good. I'll go ahead and get that. Can't use it yet, but 2 armor and rest. That sounds rest much, but I mean, if I did, it would just keep sinking. Wait, let's something else. Talk to. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. You approach the gate, where hundreds of people have gathered. In the trodden, bloody space in front of the doors, several pin-cushioned bodies lie unclaimed, and as though they simply belonged there. Archers up in the walls make it clear that nobody will be getting in. Men and women bellow intermittently, call for mercy and reason when they're not flinging stones and curses. You spend an hour talking to different people who all tell you the same story. A couple days ago, the chief shut them in, closed the gates, and refused any more refugees. They've got huge storage of supplies in there too. They're just hoarding them. You leave the crowd to head back down the hill. There are a lot of people gathered around the rest of the houses. I'll leave them pointed. Maybe we can find help there, or at least make ourselves useful. I don't want to just burst right through shit, but at the same time, market 8 heroes first. Okay, 8 heroes first. Okay, so let me go to the houses. from Skorg. Open the gates. You shout to the archers, not expecting much. You get as much as a response as you expected. I'm willing to try, grunts Ivor, despite sizing up the doors with a look that looked like they could hold back an army. And when men start shooting arrows and pouring out to stop you, then you kill them. I don't want to do that. I don't even know how many are in there, or what's his arms. He seems almost relieved that he didn't have to live up to his earlier boast. So the gates. There's a lot of people around the rest of the houses. What fucking houses are you talking about? Maybe rest? There we go. You spend a whole day at the rest houses. Probably should have gathered what to do whenever it's at rest houses. Everyone gives you the same story. Chief just shut himself in there. A lot of wounded people here. We could help. Sense the wounded. Wait, something. Keep your sword down until we need it. We'll make a deal unless they're looking for a fight. Early the next day, you spot another cart leaving the gates of the city. After they've thrown their scraps or refugees, you approach. I feel like this is a smart idea. Stop. My friend wanted to talk with you. It's not what I wanted. I think I can guess why. If we knew there were more fighters and Varl out here, Echo might have brought you into the city. I'm gonna ask who this is. He's in charge up there. In charge of what? Better let him explain. I mean, yeah, let's I wanna see why we gotta fight. Let's go. He nods. You follow him up to the gates where they open doors for you. A man clad in black approaches as you step inside. What in the depths is this? Oh, you look scary. And you got a twitching eye. No thanks. The man orders his guards to get the doors closed again before more refugees notice. You said you wanted fighters. You heard about the chieftain? We heard he's hiding out in the Great Hall. Oh really? You think you mean hiding out in a grave? He's eating worms, if that wasn't clear. What happened in here? As soon as they heard Dredge were coming, anyone who couldn't swing an axe got one in the head. That's a short story anyway. At least 3 clans in here are warring over turf and food, and the worst are the god-forsaken Varl. He eyes Ivor and shrugs in exaggeration as if simply stating the obvious. Well, you're a prick, and your fucking eyes bothering me. We're in more danger out here than there. Look, I was in charge here before things went to crap. You've got some people who can fight. You've got your own Varl. That counts for something. I can keep your flock safe in the Great Hall. You fight for me and take back Frostviller. I don't take sides. Too hard to tell when the good guys have become the bad. Fine. Cut these sheep loose and watch your own asses. What do I care? All I want to do right now is get out of these damn streets. Think carefully about what you want. Fuck. Dude, I really don't know what to do. This game fucking throws you at the wall with choices. We'll join you for now, I guess. Good, because whatever else you were thinking would have been a bad idea. Echo shouts to his man, and with the gates closed, you follow him down obscured alleys. I hope we know what we're doing. Make it up as we go, Ivor. Frick, I really don't like this. Ugh. Hey, at least I stopped having to make choices with that shit, because I was getting emotionally invested in stuff. Oh, we're back with these people. Okay. Hakan, we're back. I was able to get about as many warriors from Strand as you wanted, and more weapons. Extra supplies, too. You perk up, just now realizing Moger has been talking to you. Since Wagner died, everyone has been looking to you to make decisions. It's exhausting. Hakan? Uh, I won't lie. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I was saying the Varro we sent to Strand have returned. The governor gave us most of what we wanted. Good enough. Much resistance from the governor? Some. I don't think he was happy about us buying his fighters using his own money. He also insisted we take on a lackey of his to watch over his property, a man named Eric. Eric? I met him. He seemed competent enough. Regardless, the governor will have to get over it unless he wants the dredge crawling through the streets. We've put down every slag that has wandered through here while you were gone. Enough flapping your mouths then. You're sure that wound has healed, Luden? I agree. Enough has already gone wrong. If something happens to the prince on a mission of peace, the alliance would rot. Or worse. Uh, I wouldn't want a bad alliance. But I don't want to be a prick and just throw the guy out. Fuck it. Fuck it. We would only be able to... We would only be made to do this again later, and I will not suffer it all a second time. Either take us through the wandering road, or do your job and slaughter some dredge. Okay, I should have just fucking kicked you out. Luden turns abruptly with a scowl. He stamps back to his ring of tents and followers. Wandering road's not an option with this many. I could crush the boy's skull with one hand. If Luden wouldn't be deterred, you'll have to deal with it. Don't let Luden get to you. Let's go. I'm sick of looking at this dump. What do I tell the warriors, Hakan? Yeah, let's be cautious. We'll do. Give the word and we'll set off. I'm guessing like our group is kind of made up with the other group, kind of like in the middle of the map or something. This looks familiar. Let's go talk to some people. I'd ask how you're dealing with Wagner's death, but I already know the answer. Do you? Steady old Moger, which is good. Steady old Moger, which is good. I know most of these Varls, but they're not under my command. They came to follow Wagner. Tell you the truth, I wouldn't want to be in your position either. Let's find out about the caravan. Throw together this many Varl, half of them want to hate each other, the rest want to be left alone. Anyone I should keep an eye on? There's a couple clan leaders trying to show off for each other, not a big deal. I've got it under control. The fighters we just got from Strand aren't bad, but they're unruly. Give it a few days. And there are a few moaning about fighting for you instead of Vagnir. Those are the ones to worry about. What about Ludin's men? They don't want to hear anything from me. I know that. Any problems? Could be. Ludin's pet Varl is named Borsi. I'm not sure where he came from or what his deal is. Bastard knows how to fight, but there's something I don't like about him. His girl is red as scary too. Yrsa. She's probably the best fighter Ludin's got, to be honest. I've overheard some of the Varl call her the witch. Why? The flaming arrows, I think. It's a good trick, but the fire upsets our Varl more than Dredge. Still, doesn't make much sense. Witch? They're not scholars, Hakon. I think they're mostly just afraid of her. That makes more sense. Don't let her find out. Do you think we're walking into a death trap? This many Varl? No, we should be alright. Things could get rough though. I don't like being the one to send Varls to their death. I like worrying about myself, and that's the extent of it. Who would have expected Vagnir to drop like that after to a couple of slag? I'm still wondering what happened. He had hundreds of dead slag to his name. I don't get it. Just happens sometimes. No big moment. I'm sure it surprised him even more than us. Although, I have to wonder. Never mind. Anyway, I'll worry about the warriors, you worry about not doing something stupid. That's asking a lot. It really is, because I'm gonna get people killed, and I know it. Let's go ahead and find this out. I'd rather not say, Hakon. Or not. It's the kind of thing that gets stuck in your head, and you need a clear one. It's better let me worry about it. You know what? I trust you. If there's reason to bring it up again, I will. Nah. Let's go. Let's go talk to the old man. You knew him well, didn't you? Fognir? No, I don't know. I remember him. Always rushing around with some important business, but I never knew him. Never got a chance to talk much. Longer than I did in any case. I suppose so. When he spoke, Varro listened. I knew that. I could use help here. The scrivener leans back, considering the sentiment. I've seen worse. They respect you for your ability to swing an axe. They need to respect you for your actions. But you're not talking about the right Varro. Morger's got some skill there. Most I can do is hold a quill. Yeah, what do you think happened to the sun? Gods, how should I know? Never seen something like this before. Are you worried? Some of the Varro in the caravan think the world's coming to an end. Others think it's the best thing that could happen. No more black months. I'll take it. If it's an end, I'm ready. What about the rest of us? To the depths with you. What you putting down in there? What do you mean? What do I write? I write what happens. They've got a banner in Amberang for that, you know. You mean the long banner? Yes. The Menders wove up something like that to write its own history. Well, my opinion? I don't trust it. No? It tells a broad story. I think there's some value in the narrow. Whose story does it write? Mine? Theirs? Ludin's? The gods forbid. Heh, you relic. The gods have been dead a long time. Oh, have they? Old habits, I suppose. I heard you were a terror in your day, man. Do you know how old I am? Dare I ask? I'm competing, you know. Nobody knows how old we all can get, naturally. There's one by the name of Snorri. He got a few years on me. Just hunkers in Grofheim collecting rhyme. Bastard might actually beat me. Another one named Krumer is close, I think. But the old son of a bitch still welcomes a fight. He'll probably be off before I am. Although, the scrivener gestures around him as if to remind of the current situation. You chuckle. Anyway, what points what blah, blah, blah. Anyway, point is, what difference does it make? I'm just a delivery baron for Jordan now. Can't remember half of what I've done. Hence the journal. Hence. Don't get fancy on my behalf, Hakon. I won't. Alright, let's get out of here. I probably could have upped some people now that I think about it, because they're the ones who I started with. Look at that, says Mugger. In the hills, more dredge. No more than a dozen though. We could just as easily pass by a rush up there to slaughter them. Ludin overhears. There's a dozen of dredge heading towards Strand. You ask him when he started to care about Strand. I don't. Thought you did. We have 185 fighters, 466 followers. Go send some warriors, I guess. Will do. Hopefully they'll be able to catch back up to the caravan. So the rest off to find some volunteers, leading his men. When not asked, you return to travel. I'm guessing they're not going to catch back up. Hakon, you hear Ludin's hard-booted trot as you set up camp for the first day and brace yourself. Can we speak as equals? I mean, you're the one that's been talking all high and mighty shit, so I mean, you're gonna be the one that's gonna have to tone yourself. It's clear to me that you plan to kill a lot of dredge along the way, am I right? You're the one fucking... Why do you ask? Because since we left Amberang, the Varro have been acting like I need protection. Don't assume only the Varro can bite. Do you understand me? That is my banner we fly to Grofheim, the banner of Amberang. I insist in joining the battle. Almost gutted you in your first encounter and ready for more? Whatever you like, Prince. And, I expected more resistance. From Wagnir, maybe. They tell me you were his kinder. That's why you're in charge now. Some sort of kin Varl thing. Don't you take on his responsibilities? I want to do that, but at the same time, I want to do that. I'm gonna do that. Don't look down on me again. Don't you dare. When you're nearly 200 years old, it's hard to take a 20-year-old man. Is that right? Seriously. You better start. We'll both be king someday. That's the last thing I need to think about right now. Ludin looks as though you punched yourself in the face. He heads back for his tent before saying whatever was on his mind. Fucking kid. Why do I have to have him in my party? Can he go away? On exertion, we've gotten some characters with high exertion. Don't overlook this important stat. Exertion lets you add more willpower to your actions. Want to add more than one star to your attack? Upgrading to 3 exertion lets you add 3 damage to every attack, or move 3 spaces further than usual if you've got the willpower for it. Remember, each stat is equally important in combat. Choose wisely. There's so many people to talk to now. This is also the tempest, right? Warden is an expert of city warfare, darting in and out of being useful as needed. While he doesn't use a bow like a hunter, Rally allows him to grant willpower to allies from anywhere in the battle when they'll need it most, making him an invaluable support character. This stupid prick. This is the witch. Mercy, ogre. Welcome. Our master hits even harder than an average warrior. Oh, that's probably why they're blacked out. Because they're already up there. I'm really smart. I'm gonna put this guy here, and then we're gonna move there. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There. Alright, let's go to Bear C. You have a moment? As you approach Bear C, he lowers the book he was reading. He doesn't strike you as the book reading type. You're Bear C. You're Haken. We've gotten that out of the way, haven't we? I had some questions. Say what you have to say. So, what's Varl doing working for that little prick? What's Varl doing working for another Varl? What difference does it make? It looks like you're in charge right now, so do me a favor. Don't get looted and killed. He's important to you? No, but that's one way to put it. Where'd you learn how to fight? Because you're apparently the best. Same way as you. By fighting. You know what I mean. Robbed, well-protected merchants for at least one man's lifetime. Is that what you mean? Yeah? Not anymore? I've had a lot of jobs. I don't want to say that, because that's going to make him be all like, well, this guy's a prick. No, I'm going to trust him. I'm where I want to be. Don't forget what I said about keeping Luden alive. Got it? As you step away, you can't help but wonder if there's a bit of a threat behind the Gravely request. Yursa, right? She watches as you approach with her head tilted back and points a thumb towards Luden's tent. No, here for you. Oh? Can we talk? Yursa shakes her head no, a smile on her lips, eyelids low. Why not? I don't. In those two curiously contradictory words, you get the two impressions. She has a beautiful obsidian voice, and this might be a complete waste of time. She watches you expectantly. You don't talk? No. You do, though. I don't. It's about the flaming arrows. She raises an eyebrow. Varl and fire don't get along. All you get is a shrug. If you're going to use them, she pulls an arrow. There's a flick of the wrist you don't quite catch. Suddenly, a bird combust combusts in the tree behind you and falls to the ground smoldering. Half the camp has turned to watch. Don't tell me not to. She watches you expectantly. Well, this has been fun. She crosses her arms, hand on her chin, and cocks her head to one side. Until next time, Ursa. Hakon, you stop and look over your shoulder. I'm a witch, so be careful. She puts her forefinger on the lip with a soft shh. You depart, not quite sure what to make of that. Alright, we got that out of the way. And no one's hurt, so let's just get the fuck out of here. You overhear conversation while marching alongside the warriors. I'm happy to stomp some slags as much as next Varl, but I didn't join up to take orders from Hakon, one says. Apparently he doesn't realize you're within earshot. Not willing to die for him either. I'm gonna challenge that motherfucker. Who do we take orders from? Vognir's dead. We can decide right now. You raise your fist. He does the same reluctantly. His best shot's not bad, but you've had a lot worse. You grab him by the horns, swing his entire massive frame through the air, and plant him into the ground. What's his name? You ask his companions. Gris. Take care, Gris, he reply. You hear them laughing at his misfortunes. Motherfucker, please. A small gathering of tents comes into view. A group of merchants from the look of it. You ask what they're doing here. We were camped out at the Godstone ahead, one tells you. Leaving an offering to Delgan, as one does. His expression turns. Dredge start appearing out of nowhere. Some of us stayed. Thought the Godstone would be safe, but damned if I know why. We've been dodging them since we left. You got anything to trade? How much? If anything of value we left at the Godstone. I've never seen this many Varl in one place before. We're off to deal with those dredge? You nod. We can part with some supplies if we need them. We're good. We're good. As you like. If you're passing Dengler's Stone, I have a request. Look, my wife's brother stayed behind. You'll know him by the necklace and with many gold rings. If you see him, say we were safely in Strand. You agree, and merchants come forward. Caravan slows unexpectedly. Word travels down the line, and then to Moger, who tells you, Dredge know we're coming. Probably saw us back in Vodafell and did their usual lurking. Could have been bad if they'd plodded into them, but we saw them first. Dredge watch you, waiting to see what you do. When's the last time you commanded a few hundred Hakon? Says Moger. Don't overthink it. The warriors can take care of themselves. Or, if you come across more enemies than your party can handle, you'll engage more. Give your army orders to fit the situation, but be prepared to get your hands dirty too. By making battle easier for yourself, you'll end up with higher casualties. Or, you can take the burden on yourself with a harder battle, but save more lives. If you're ever more desperately outnumbered, it may be best to run, avoiding battle completely. Dredge line the battlefield, weapons drawn, fight seems inevitable. We take a quick count, there must be at least 497 of them. You have 185 fighters and 456 for all your side. This is... They have more than our Varl, and a Varl for me matches a Dredge. It says it looks like a good time to press your advantage, so let's fucking charge. It says a strong charge can save lives, so... Oh, wait. No. Overseas. Fuck it, just fucking go. Let's do this. Let's kick some ass. Seven in. I want to take on these big guys first. So put these two in a really bad situation. Kraken's gonna fucking get down quick. Small guy. I think small guy is one. Two. And I think I'll go ahead and end this episode here, guys. We'll conclude this fight in the next episode, and we'll see what's to come. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more.